What is up, guys? Chris here, Bear Market Mining. Thanks again for swinging by. So today we are looking at Black Friday deals. So as many of you will know, it's Black Friday right now. It seems to be Black Friday quite often, go figure out. But more importantly, they're doing some discounts on things like GPUs, CPUs, ASICs, motherboards. So I've compiled a few different deals that I like, things that I'm looking at getting myself, and a couple of things that, you know, if you're getting into mining and you don't know where to start, a few really good deals at the moment for some more budget hardware. So let's just get straight into that. But first, do me a solid, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join the Discord, link is in the description, and let's get into it. First off, we'll start with a bit of the basics. If you're looking at building, you know, a GPU mining rig, a CPU mining rig. Now, you can of course buy a GPU specific mining motherboard if you want, but I really like these MSI B550s. They give you a bit of utility, right? So, you know, it's got 6 PCIe slots on it. 1, 2, 3, yep, 6 of those on there. So you can GPU mine with this, and you can also CPU mine with it. It's an AM4 motherboard. Most people who are getting into CPU mining will be using, you know, AM4 3900Xs, 5900Xs, etc. So 25% off, you know, 90 bucks at the moment, was 120. Now, obviously, if you do want to buy secondhand gear, you can, but these are Black Friday sales. They're all brand new. So that's how that goes. So I thought this was a good place to start. It's hard to find good deals on a lot of this stuff, but you know, one of the better deals I found on a budget CPU is this Ryzen 7 5700X. With Random X going off at the moment as far as CPU coins, they're profitable. You're only about 30 cents for one of these, which after electricity, look, it's not going to make you rich by any means, but if you were looking at getting into CPU mining, a really good place to start. 60% off, right? Now, no matter what you think of the CPU, 60% is 60%. 130 bucks for a brand new 5700X. That is profitable to the tune of about 30 cents more if you've got a better electricity rate. A pretty solid little deal, I thought. #1 bestseller, so yeah, I'd imagine plenty of people are buying these at the moment. So, you know, these two paired together, decent motherboard. You know, can GPU mine with it, CPU mine with it. I thought that was a really good little deal, that one, actually, if you wanted to get into something like that. Now, looking at coolers, these are my favorite coolers for my CPU mining rigs, the Thermalright Assassin 2 Spirit 120 V2 Plus. These are really, really good. I think I've got like 5 or 6 of these now. 15% off, so a reasonable deal. I'm gonna grab a couple of these just because I know I'll be building more AM4 socket motherboard CPU rigs, so I'm gonna grab a couple of these as well now. Check your compatibility. You can go to PC Part Picker depending on what motherboard you want to get. I'm not sure if that, what was it, B550 is compatible. It's AM4, so I presume it is. But if you wanted to pair those two together, make sure you check that first. These are just really, really good CPUs. There are a few others. You can get the single fan version. And look, if you're running, say, 3900Xs or 5900Xs, you can get away with them. I've got one of these on my 7950X, which is a, what do you call it, AM5 motherboard, and it AM5 socket, I should say. And it works really, really well, keeps the thing cool as. And of course, you're gonna need a power supply to go with that as well. Now, I picked this one out because yes, you can use it, you know, if you're getting started, or even for someone like me, you know, who's already got a few power supplies, always needs a few more. I thought this was a solid deal. It's an EVGA Supernova. These are really, really good power supplies. I've got a bunch of EVGA Supernovas already, but I didn't get them for this price. Brand new, let me tell you that. 40% off. I thought that was a pretty solid deal. Now, like we said, you can buy these secondhand, but you know, how much are you saving? 50, 60 bucks for a power supply, maybe secondhand at these prices. I thought this was a solid deal. And also, I think it's got, what I liked about this one as well, which works for me really well, it's got 5 VGA slots, PCIe slots, so you could, you know, in theory, power 5 graphics cards, depending on what they were, their power draw. You guys know the drill. But also 2 CPUs. Right, so what I like about this is, because as you guys, well, some of you will know, I'm doing a lot of CPU mining, a lot of Warthog rigs, things like that. So 2 CPU outlets gives me the option to run 2 motherboards off this one with a 24-pin splitter, of course, as well. Brand new, comes with warranty as well. So I thought that was a solid deal. So I'm probably going to grab a couple of these. I'm undecided just yet, but if I'm going to buy a power supply, this is probably what it's going to be. I've used server power supplies before. They're noisy as you know what. They're already secondhand when you buy them. I've had a bunch of them fail, so you know I've learnt my lesson with that. You guys do what you want, but I don't use server power supplies for any of my rigs anymore. It's not worth burning your house down to save a few bucks. Like, you know, I've heard some horror stories about those before. You know, people that, you know, they're melting, you know, PCIe cords, risers, things like that. It's just not, for me personally, not worth it. So the Supernova 100 P6, Platinum 2, 80 plus. So yeah, we're gonna have to grab a couple of these, I think. Now I should also mention I don't have any like discount codes or any of that sort of shit, so I'm not getting anything out of this. These are just things that I've found that I like, things that you might be interested in as well. Now, of course, talking about CPUs, Ryzen 9 7950X, 465 bucks, brand new. It's 33% off. Definitely getting at least one of these. These are amazing CPUs. I've also got a 9950X. This is better in my opinion. I spent way more on the 9950X and the 7950X than 465 bucks US. Let me tell you that. Probably double that. Oh, not quite double that, but definitely in it substantially more. I'm building more Warthog rigs, as I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen those videos would know. So I'm probably going to grab another one of these at least. I'm going to pair it with this EVGA Supernova power supply and get a few more Warthog rigs. I got so many graphics cards that are offline. I think I got like 50 plus that aren't doing anything at the moment. So I'm just building Warthog rigs. Love the utility with the 7950X. It's great on Warthog. It's great for CPU mining. So one of these to the arsenal for sure. And we'll pair that with another motherboard. Now, these are AM5 motherboards. I'm not super well versed on different motherboards and things like that. One thing I do know, especially for Warthog with a 7950X, because a lot of my high-end graphics cards are being used already in those rigs. So if you want to pair two 3070s in this and get the maximum output out of it, you need multiple X16 lanes, which this has, right? So I can basically put two 3070s in it and not be limited by power or speed in that as well. So I thought this was a pretty good deal. There were a couple of others, but all I need is multiple X16 lanes and a discount. So this will also, I think, go in the cart. Well, you can't see it, I don't think. It's off screen. I got a bunch of shit in this cart already. Oh my god. Don't tell my wife. Moving on to a couple of GPUs. Now, this is the 4060. Now, I'm not looking at buying any of these. I was just looking for some reasonable deals on, you know, lower end, I guess, 40 series graphics cards. But let me tell you, and I checked Best Buy, I checked everywhere online. Amazon has pretty comparable prices, if not some of the best when it comes to the Black Friday deals. There's just not much discount there. I mean, 11%, yeah, it's nice, but what are you saving? 35 bucks. So even still though, if you are looking at getting one, a deal's a deal, right? And a 4060 is a good graphics card for mining. Super efficient. I think it actually, I did a GPU mining tier list a while ago, and I think it pretty much featured at the top of everything. As far as like efficiency, dollar per hash, you know, profit across a number of different algorithms based on its hash, all sorts of things. I think that spreadsheet's in my Discord, so join that if you want. It's in the spreadsheet section in my Discord. Links in the description. But just thought I'd show a couple of these up. They've got the 4060, 285 bucks. Not a bad price, but you know, I think a lot of people, if you're already GPU mining, you'd probably buy them secondhand. But if you like that warranty and you want them brand new, you're saving something, right? 11%. Also got the 4070 Super, which is a really good mining graphics card as well. I think it's up there as far as efficiency. I think the 4080s Supers and 90s are the most efficient. newer gen, more power. They've got the same sort of efficiency number of these, but these are super, super efficient. I think as efficient as the 4070 Ti Super. Don't quote me on that, but about as efficient as you're going to get. So, you know, 12%, still $610 brand new. I guess this would be good if you were a dude or a girl who was, you know, a gamer and, you know, you wanted to buy a graphics card that was good for gaming and could also do a bit of mining with. This would be the number, but not a ton of deals on graphics cards that I could find at the moment. Let me know if you guys have found any, you know, better than this. I haven't looked up deals on the 30 series. Anyone who's buying a 30 series for mining, you're buying it secondhand. I'm almost 100% confident 70% of the time people are doing that. What's that saying from Anchorman? 99% of the time I'm right, or something like that. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, not a ton going on as far as graphics cards. All right, so some ASICs now, some big boy ASICs I'm contemplating on getting. Over here on btminers.com, they've got a Black Friday sale up to 20% off, and some of the numbers, let me tell you, are pretty nice. Oh, they've got this app too. I've used this before. Shows you the profitability, so that's a good way to find out whether you should get into any of these miners if you're looking at things based on profitability right now. Download that app. But more importantly, let's look at the numbers and what I'm thinking about getting with bated breath. So they've got combo deals and hosting deals. I'm looking at both. So I'll tell you what I'm thinking and you tell me what you guys reckon, which is the direction to go for stuff like this. So we'll have a look at the combo deals first. I really want an L9. They're not cheap, let me tell you, but they are cheaper here than a lot of other places. These are combo deals. So I just wanted to have a look and compare, you know, a few different prices. This L9, 11,599. I went over on where is it, asicmarketplace.com for the January batch. So it's 13 grand over there. I did notice they've got this coupon for 180 bucks, but you know, still definitely cheaper to get it here from BT Miners. But you have to do a combo, right? So I wouldn't recommend, and I'm not even thinking about getting any of the Gold Shell Mini Doges. You know, the DG1 Home, I've already got one on the way. Or a couple on the way, I should say, but they kill the mini Doges as far as efficiency, dollar per hash, all of that. You know, they're 1,800 bucks in this combo deal. You know, as opposed to, wait, which one was that? So that's December batch for 1,800. And this is, well, you lose that. That's 2,200, I guess, if you take, well, you get 100. It's about 400 bucks cheaper in the combo deal. So I do really like that deal, but considering I've already got a couple of these DG1 homes on the way, I was actually looking at the hosting, and here we are hosting with BT Miners. This is the L9. This is, I really want one of these. Expensive, yes, but I think Doge is just going to the moon. I think everybody feels like that at the moment, so I'm seriously considering pulling the pin on one of these. 10 cents a kilowatt. Very, very competitive. I mean, some people can get cheaper, but let me tell you, over here in Australia, you ain't getting 10 cents a kilowatt, which is like 15 cents a kilowatt hour hosted anywhere. I think the most recent prices I saw were like 17, 18 cents Australian, so about 12 cents per kilowatt hour, and you had to buy something from those particular resellers as well. So that's just not an option for me, and I don't want to be running one of these at home. For me personally, they are loud. I just don't have the setup for it. Maybe you guys will. So I was looking at the prices here. So the miner price works out to 11 grand. It shows you here what it's included as well. So you get, you know, a 2-month hosting fee in there as well for that price. And then when you compare it back to the price of buying in the combo deal, you get another, what's that, 600 bucks again discount. So this is about as cheap as you can get them at the moment. So the miner price works out to about 11 grand. Then you're hosting as well at 10 cents. It's $2,000 cheaper than just buying the thing, you know, say from ASIC Marketplace. There are some other places as well, but, you know, these are just the prices I was comparing right here. So this might be the goer. I know a few people who have these hosted already. It's one of those things where I know I should just get into it and go hard, because this thing will pay itself off in no time. But, you know, just gotta be decisive and pull the pin. That is what we're working with, guys. So a few different things that I'm looking at getting. You know, that 7950X, new motherboard, build some more Warthog rigs or even CPU rigs. And there was also a 5950X that I've just recently purchased for a really good price. I think it was like $380 US, but it didn't have a Black Friday discount. So that's why I haven't added it in here. If you guys have found any cheaper prices on some of the things that I've mentioned looking at getting, let me know down in the comments, because, you know, we're always trying to save money here. That's the aim of the game. And let me know if I should pull the pin on that L9, because I'm teetering on a knife's edge. I know I should just get into it. You got to go hard or go home. So we'll give that some thought, and then I'll let you know when I make that next move. But that'll wrap it up, guys. Like the video for me, subscribe if you're into crypto mining, join the Discord, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.